Und möchten an dieser Stelle auch sagen, überlasse ich der Ich-Bank. Ich möchte damit meine Worte beenden. Danke fürs Zuhören und ich wünsche noch einen schönen Abend.
Teşekkürler. Evet, diğer sponsorlarımızdan firma Before adına Frankfurt'a teşekkür ediyoruz arkada. Wir bedanken uns für Firma Before auch, Frankfurt'a, dass sie uns unterstützt haben. Und Firma Sevier ebenfalls, Master, Firma Bayer ebenfalls. Bedanke mich sehr. Ich würde jetzt hier von unserer jungen Kollegin Akın, Entschuldigung, einladen für die Präsentation. Aslı.
Hello everybody, I'm a master student in University of Geneva, Switzerland, and in Beschreibung I'm working on aging and regeneration department, and this is my second year of master. I'm hoping that I will be finishing in 2 months my program. So as our lab organism, we are using Hydra. Hydra is a very new model system that people started to realize that has the capability of regenerating itself. And as you can see here on the left, like it's not very clear here, but I will be showing you the other slides. So the animal now being started to work on the aging, and because of this very fast regeneration capability, but now many labs and many people are starting to use it for the aging and diseases and regeneration capability of their cells. So Hydra in normal conditions in 18 degrees when it's kept, it's an asexual organism, and it has this budding system that itself it can maintain the regeneration, and then that's how that it can grow a new organism through its body. And on this body column, that this new bud that is starting to grow is going to be detached, and then it will be a new organism that is kind of a new. It's like a child of this Hydra. So here you can see the budding stages of Hydra that first birthed by Campbell in 1977, and the beginning, how it starts growing on the right body column, and then how it grows, and then how it's being detached from the fruit. So to just mention about also how it looks, the Hydra has this body column, the fruit, and the tentacles itself, and the number of tentacles may differ from animal to another animal. But this is the basic, the shape and and how the animal looks. And so, as I told you before, that it has this very fast and great regenerating capability, the animal. But Hydra first is maintaining the development of itself with the budding. Here you see the different stages, and then the body is being detached. And regeneration, why they suddenly started to work on this organism is that they realized from the mid-gastric region, I mean almost the middle of the animal, if you cut the animal into two, then the upper part of the animal is going to grow a new foot, and the foot part of the animal is going to grow a new head, which is a great and perfect ability to grow itself, and it's very important if this ability is going to be kept also for the human beings, which is a food. And also sexual development is, there are also different type of sexual strains, and then males and females. Females are not that much, but males are going to grow in different temperatures the testis, and then that's how they are going to maintain the also the development and the growing the new organisms. To come closer to my project, we can say that they realize that these animals are normally kept in 18 degrees. But when they put the animals in 10 degrees, because of the cold and because of these difficult conditions, it can be also the limited level of food, that the animals are starting to age. Because these animals are now being controlled for more than 40 years, but they don't see any signs of aging. This is important point of why they are also used for the aging studies. So then they see that when they start to keep these animals in the 10 degrees, they are suddenly starting to show the very basic signs of aging. And then after some time, in my study I will show that around 40, 50 days they will start to die. Because normally in 18 degrees they were not going and they were not dying and they were not showing any signs of aging. So the headline of my project is that we first started with how the caloric restriction is changing the life span of the hydra, and also a new drug that is being used in yeast and also rats, and now in some other model organisms also, how it's affecting the mortality rates, budding rates, sexuality, sexual differentiation, and also aging phenotype in hydra. So after I did this is kind of my third experiment that I got the same results, that I treated these animals with rapamycin, and I also had the control groups that for the 70 days of experiment. Here in the dashed lines you will see the non-treated, the control animals, but just the with the different feeding rates. And in the normal lines you will see the rapamycin in the 0.25 micromolar concentration and the 0.5 micromolar concentrations. How it changed and affected the survival rates of the animal. And then what we saw that except one condition, which was 0.5 micromolar non-fat animals, for all the other conditions compared to the control groups, that we see this higher, almost 20% higher than the higher survival than the control groups, which was very important for us. So to show you how also animals looked in the period of time, I picked just one day, the 54th day, where animals are almost dying and then showing this very significant signs of aging. Here on the left you can see the 2 times fat 18 degrees animals in the normal conditions, that they will survive like that and they will always look like that. But if they are put in 10 degrees, the non-fat ones are becoming, this is not the real size of the animals, but the non-fat animals are first starting to lose the tentacles and head, as you can see, and then the body column is shrinking, and the animal is becoming smaller and smaller in size, and then is going to dissociate and die soon. The 2 times fat 10 degrees animals, here you can see this is kind of a degenerated testis, but still show the signs of aging after turning to sexual males, and then this is initiating the aging process. And here you can see this animal right before it dies. It's like in 5 more days or 10 days that it's going to die. And this was a different observation that I got that we will also use in our next paper, that the animals, when they are fed for 5 times in a week, which is very high because normal weight must be like 2 times fed in a week, that they start to show this parallel axis and different axis that is occurring in the body column, because normally there must be just one bud occurring, starting to grow from here, but then we observed that there are parallel axes going through the body column, and they have this abnormal phenotypes. Or this is the other type of animal that we saw in 5 times fat that is going to die soon also. And this is the animals, how they look, the rapamycin treated ones compared to the control groups. These are the same animals that I just showed you in the other previous slide. And here you can see for 0.25 micromolar rapamycin and 0.5 micromolar rapamycin how they look. As I already told you that these animals, when they are on 54th day, when they are so close to die, right before they die, these normal animals, when they look really like lost the tentacles and the head and they are almost dying, the other animals that I treated with rapamycin are showing this, they still have the tentacles. I don't know if it's very obvious or not, but they still have the tentacles and they have a very healthy body color, and they are not showing the signs of aging that we saw in the control groups, which was promising for us. And then we tried to start this and some other experiments that we tried different concentrations of rapamycin, and then finally we didn't get the final results yet, but this is going to be the summary or final of my project, that we finally elongated or at least postpone the signs of aging, and maybe they will not survive really much more than the normal control groups, but here the signs of having still head and the tentacles, which is very important for this animal, because right after that they start to die. We can clearly say that the signs of aging was delayed for the rapamycin treated animals. So thank you. This is my lab, the Isvicre lab, and the other lab members, and thanks for listening to me.
Do you have questions? Oh.
Yeah, it was a bit detailed that I didn't mention, but it's blocking the mTOR pathway, mTOR1 actually. mTOR is a complex that is that has two components, mTOR1 and mTOR2. mTOR1 is acting on sensing the nutrients. Therefore, this drug is going to block the mTOR1, which is going to mimic starvation. It means that the animals are not going to realize that they are fat. This is mimicking starvation. That's the point where I am correlating my caloric restriction, the other part of my project, with the rapamycin treatment, because this is also because it's blocking the mTOR1, it's telling the animals that they are not fat, even though they were fat. So this is another way of caloric restriction. Well, this I don't know, because I'm the only one who is working in this type of work with rapamycin and animals, but then I think the other lab members will also start to use it. They are not sure what the same, but
okay, and second question is, morphologically you said that it's changing in dentistry, but did you check the aging for the markers, some other markers to show the aging? Or just the morphologically that
of course, first when I started the experiment, it was just the physiological changes that lead us to prove that there must be a also cellular pathway, and also something that is blocked or something that is important, that final result of this changes in the morphology. But then this is the study is something that I'm working right now, that's why I cannot clearly tell you that what's going to happen again. But this is also we will start to label the markers or the molecules that is affecting this, that is important for caloric restriction. That's, for example, LC2 that we are going to label, and it's disappearing LC3 in the absence of this caloric restriction. Therefore, by labeling it, we are also going to show that the starvation is what happens also when you treat the animals, what the rapamycin really does.
Thank you very much. Please.
Just a question. I'm not emphasizing just to make it clear that I'm not understanding it. It's the purpose that you have these living organisms. Is the main purpose that you have these little organisms that after your studies are finished or when you can put it into production, that you can just take it into the skin and that it makes you young, or did you get the purpose of these studies? The final purpose. I'm sorry, I just didn't get it. But is the aim that after a time that you can just inject it and that it makes you look young, or what's the main purpose?
Well, you know, the mechanism cannot be that simple. So the mammals and the human beings and the lab organisms, C. elegans or Drosophila or the other lab organisms, the mechanisms are quite different. So it cannot be that simple that anything that you find here can be easily, transferred to the human beings and can be used, because it really needs a lot of studies and research that we are sure it's not going to be, lethal, or it's not going to have that many side effects at the end that, okay, you can start using it for the human beings.
So at this time it's scientific playfield that you're doing.
This is another discussion, because why we do science is first we need the information to then later transfer this information for the good of human beings. So therefore what we do here, this basic research, is that you are trying to understand why. And then you need to have this information for later to use it later for the medical research or for the, to find, in order to find the medications and to use it in other fields. But first, you will, in the basic research, the main point is that you never know why it will be useful, how it will be useful, because you have a very simple information that you get after this research, and then in many years, I don't know, I hope not, but in 100 years, then it could be very useful for something that you would never imagine.
Thank you very much.
Vielen Dank. Jetzt würde ich alle Speakers, Asta auch, hier einladen. Professor Korte, Dr. Sarkaya. Und Frau Hess von Frau Hess, Entschuldigung. Ja. Und Aitan Yaman. Frau Cihangir Pazar macht jetzt unsere Geschenke.
Also, mein Name ist Cihangir Pazar, ich bin verheiratet, habe eine Tochter und ich bin Apothekerin. Und ich habe von Istanbul-Universität einen Abschluss als Pharmazeutin und von der ETH Zürich habe ich auch einen Abschluss und mit dem EG habe ich gerade vor einem Monat abgeschlossen, also zu meiner Zeit. Türkçe olarak da benim adım Cihangir Pazar. Bir İstanbul Üniversitesi'nden Eczacılık Fakültesi'nden bir zaman var. Türk Üniversitesi'nden eczacılık olarak bir zaman var. Bir ay önce de MBA'yi bitirdim. 21 aylık bir kızımla sonra rahat görüşmedim. Dankeschön, einfach für unsere Gäste ein paar Kleinigkeiten präsentieren. Darf ich zuerst mal von den Damen logischerweise anfangen. Ich danke zuerst mal Frau Eichen einmal. Danke immer. Ich wollte mich bei Ihnen auch bedanken für das ganz kleine Präsentation. Und ich danke auch für die schöne Präsentation noch. Dank. Bei den Herren, beim Dr. Professor Wolfgang Korte, Entschuldigung. Ich bedanke mich für die Präsentation. Bei Herrn Bülent Elstay wollte ich mich auch bedanken. Çok teşekkürler geldiğiniz için. Bei Dr. Hakan Sarkaya wollte ich mich auch bedanken. Wir können es eigentlich schon lange. Und bei Dr. Elschnau. Vielen Dank für die ganze Präsentation.
Evet, hepinize teşekkür ederiz canlar. Son anda Aslı Hanım teşrif ettiler. Biz Aslı Hanım'dan küçük bir konuşma istiyoruz. Başkonsolosumuz, Zürich Başkonsolosumuz Aslı Hanım, diğer sunuculara, konuşmacılara çok teşekkürler. Yerlerinizi alıyoruz. Dankeschön.
Efendim ben sabrınızı zorlamadan çok kısaca Türkçe birkaç şey söylemek istiyorum. Çok güzel bir sempozyum, ben son bölümünde izleme imkanı buldum. Düzenleyicilere teşekkür ediyorum. Ayrıca yeni doğmuş aslında bir zahmetle karşı karşıyayız. Desteklerinize ihtiyaçları olduğunu düşünüyorum. Bunu da esirgemeyeceğinizi düşünüyorum. Biz de başkonsolosluk olarak elimizden gelenleri yapmaya çalışacağız. Ben tıp bayramı üzerine birkaç şey söyleyebilir miyim? İzin verir misiniz? Ben de geçenlerde Google'da araştırdım. Biliyorsunuz Google artık genelde ne kadar doğru ne kadar yanlış bilmiyorum ama kullandığımız önemli bir veri kaynağı. Eski ansiklopedileri artık kullanmıyoruz maalesef. Tıp bayramı için şöyle diyorlar. Biliyorsunuz 1919 yılında savaştan, Birinci Dünya Savaşı'ndan mağlup çıkmış Osmanlı ve onun sonuçlarına katlanmak durumunda İstanbul işgali oluyor. Ve o dönemde sağlık